Indonesian lawmakers have unanimously approved amnesty for a woman who was sentenced to 6 months in prison for recording her boss's alleged sexual harassment. Indonesia's House of Representatives on Thursday agreed that President Joko Widodo would grant Baik Nurul Maknan amnesty, according to CNN Indonesia. The decision was greeted by a standing ovation from attendees at the House. Before the decision was handed down, Deputy Chairperson of the House of Representatives Commission 3, Ernest Uriani Ranik, told lawmakers she viewed Nurul as a victim, not a perpetrator, according to CNN Indonesia. Nurul's case made global headlines and put the country's sexual violence laws under scrutiny, with rights groups saying Indonesia's fundamentally flawed system makes it difficult for women who are abused or harassed to find justice. The decision comes after President Joko last week recommended that Nurul be granted amnesty. Speaking to CNN earlier this month, Joko said, "I will use my authority to give amnesty to Baik Nurul as soon as possible." Nurul's problems began in 2012 when the principal of the school where she worked as a bookkeeper allegedly began calling her into his office and making sexually inappropriate comments. "I would tell him to stop. I don't want to listen to that," Nurul told CNN. "I was scared if I spoke out he would fire me. He knew he had the power." Nurul recorded one of the explicit phone calls as evidence of the sexual harassment she said she endured on more than 50 occasions. Shortly after the recording was forwarded to the local Department of Education by one of her colleagues, Nurul was fired and her boss sued her for defamation. During the investigation, Nurul spent 2 months in jail. A district court found her not guilty in 2017, but prosecutors launched an appeal with the nation's highest court, which ruled last year that the recording broke the country's law on information and electronic transactions, (IT). All internet activities in Indonesia are regulated under the law, which makes it a criminal offense for a person to distribute or transmit electronic information or documents that violate decency. Earlier this month, Nurul lost her final appeal and the country's Supreme Court sentenced her to 6 months in prison and ordered her to pay a 500 million rupiah, more than $35,000